Aycock. Mr. Mayo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Been a busy 2 weeks. I was making a list, and the list just kept getting longer. But some things have already been mentioned by the other commissioners. But on September the 4th, the Economic Development Forum that we all attended at Goldsboro Country Club, Dr. Michael Walden is Commissioner Pate. One of the things that that everybody is recognizing is that even though the unemployment rate is hovering around 9%, we're not sure where the employment rate is going to be in the future because, especially in manufacturing, the technology has grown by leaps and bounds in our manufacturing sector. So we're able to turn out more product with less people. But at the same time, you have to have support to run all these technological machines that are available. So we're not quite sure yet where the unemployment rate is going to settle. There's speculation, but nothing really set in stone. The other thing is on September the 5th, we met at the Lane Tree for the end of session legislative update breakfast put on by the Chamber of Commerce. We had all our legislative delegates there, got a final report of the legislative session and what's going on, and that was very informative. The other thing, and I won't mention all of these, but the municipalities that we have met with so far, and I believe I'm correct, we've met with Fremont, Eureka, Seven Springs, and what's the other one? Mount Olive, I'm sorry. And the overriding concerns are, of course, as Mr. Camarda has already said, is revenue, water and sewer, and infrastructure. Those things are high on the priority list. Also, on September the 10th, the Wayne County Detention Center Advisory Board, which is our new board, met, and we voted to present a resolution which is on our agenda today, requesting the Wayne Correctional Center from the state to be conveyed to our county. Of course, Mr. Bell is going to have a lot to say about that because he's the chairman. Also, the Wayne County Development Alliance Board of Directors meeting we had this past week, and we had a lot of activity from industry and inquiries, looking at our county, seeing if there's a fit for business and industry to move here, and that's good news. The activity has picked up dramatically as far as the inquiries that we're getting. So even though you've seen in the paper, well, we're maybe losing some jobs, we're also replacing some jobs with growth from existing industry. So everything is not doom and gloom. We just have a lot of work to do. Also, I know my report's long, but I met this week with the Eastern Region down in Kinston. Actually, it was a nonprofit side. If you remember, the Eastern Region is moving into a nonprofit situation, and it's called the North Carolina Eastern Alliance. And I think in October, we're going to have the CEO of Eastern Region, John Chafee. We're going to have him here to give an update to the commissioners and to our county on how this is transitioning and how it's fitting in with the state and Secretary Decker. Last but not least is that on September 13th and 14th, which was this past weekend, I was able to go with the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Military Affairs Committee called MAC. We met at Langley Air Force Base in Hampton, Virginia. And we were hosted by the general, which is the commander of the Air Combat Command. And I sort of kidded him a little bit once I got to know him, because get his name, His name is General Mike Hostage III. Hostage, that's his name. And his wife Kathy, they were great hosts. But let me just back up for a second, because a lot of people don't know what the MAC committee does. I want to just explain to you what it does. The Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Military Affairs Committee are a group of civic leaders supporting Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. They are a 501c4 corporation nonprofit status. Their mission is to promote public relations between Seymour Johnson Air Force Base and military members all over the world, and to show appreciation and say thanks for what the military does in support of their community and the United States of America. There were a lot of colonels and generals at this meeting, and one of the things that I kept hearing, Colonel Levitt was there from Seymour Johnson. One of the things I kept hearing from everyone I talked to is that Wayne County is known across this nation for protecting its base. Commanders that have been stationed all over the United States and overseas, they came up to us and said, "We've heard about Wayne County. We heard about what you're doing to protect the base. We know about the windmills and situation that you've had." And they thanked us for that. But the other thing is that they're all concerned. They're all concerned about the effect of the sequester on our military. General Hostage had made the statement that almost two-thirds of Langley Air Force Base, at some point in time, the pilots are not current in order to go into combat because of the sequestration and cutting back on training hours, lack of fuel, and they're dealing with it. They've even had to put some enlisted enlisted people on furlough. And we're having to do that to a certain degree here at Seymour. So we need to continue to work with our legislator, our state legislature, and of course the Pentagon and Congress to try to get the funding back so our military can protect us, which they are mandated to do. So it was a great meeting, and I appreciate the opportunity to go. And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.